We're not trashing the guy. We're trying to do him a solid.
I'm trying to help you, Ryan. You could you could have old ladies in Alaska buying your records.
You're limiting your audience when it comes to what you're trying to do. You can reach out to everyone and use the Summer Wells case to do it.
So this video, I just want to get really real with you. I went back and forth whether or not I even want to make this video, because I know this video is going to be brought with a lot of backlash. But I also feel like you have to stand up for the truth. And when we do that, we need to remember, even though we don't realize people are watching us, there's somebody always watching to see if we're going to do the right thing or not. And this is the right thing for me to do, because I have a video on my platform talking about the glare and how I felt like he was a really good guy and I supported him and Crude, which, you know, I still feel like Crude is a sweetheart. But this person that I seen on that latest stream, and as well as the stream with Benny, I don't recognize that glare. And he may not give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck. But I don't want that left on my platform, because I do not support that behavior. To be honest, it was the most cringiest shit I've ever watched. And I'm going to play some clips and show some stuff. I cannot stand when people want to throw around views and clout and all that, because honestly, everybody does it. Everybody. You say people use your name for clout. Some people could say you use Summer Wells' name for clout. You see how that goes? Same thing. I'm not even sure like how I ended up in drama commentary. I think it was because I would watch all these videos and then I would be like feeling some type of way where I have to get it out. And so I would talk to my family about it, but they could care less because they're not on here. And if you're not on here, you don't know what a glare is. You don't know what a Benny is. Another teaching, like you don't know any of that, you know? So I think that's kind of, to me, commentary, tea, and drama is almost like you're reviewing people's public, them on a platform. It's no different than reviewing somebody's music or reviewing movies. We're just reviewing how people act on their public platform. Sometimes I'm like, how did I end up here? Because this is supposed to bother me. I'm supposed to be triggered by this, but I'm not. And I think I understand people don't like it, but I feel like there's no reason to, take somebody down over it. And I felt like that also about the glare, because every time I would post a video about the glare, I would always have people under my comment section, like, what he did. And they would, tell me about his past and what he's accused of and everything. And I always state, is that something that's been recent? Because this is his past, right? I feel like people can learn and grow and be a better human being. I always go for the underdog. I do. I always want to see the underdog get on top. I do. So there was always kind of that soft place for just wanting to see him succeed, or in anybody who's in that position. But the person I seen on that stream gatekeeping this case like some moral high ground, like pointing your nose down at others, it was so hard to watch, especially, and then I seen the one with Benny, and I'm like, the reason I rooted these people on, because I know they're the underdogs. Like, I know they've done some shit in their life that's wrong and not right. But for you to come on your platforms and act like you're some moral police, that's disgusting. I had to literally go back to Upchurch's video and see what he actually said, because the way you guys made it sound was so much worse than what was put out there. To me, though, and like the Molly Go Lightly, the Bullhorn Bettys and all them, I feel like they are completely on the opposite side where they feel like Candace and Dawn need like a public hanging. And I think that's so wrong. And that's why I've spoken about it. But on the other hand, I think you guys have gone so far on the other side, holding these people up like they're these wonderful greats. Like you've befriended these people. And to me, that's not right either. There should have been a balance and staying in the middle.
It's about, I know that this chat deserved to know. I know that this chat deserves to know if Don was getting access to that commissary, and that's a win. He did, so that was not a wasted thing. So we got to make a segregation a little bit more comfortable for Don, and I feel very, very good about that. You guys should feel very good about that as well.
And just because you use big words and stand strong in your convictions, like the shit I was listening to, it didn't even make sense.
And I'm of the understanding that he donated to the reward fund. Cool.
That's awesome.
Great.
I have a friend that donated $7,000 to the reward fund. I'm not going to tell you her name. She's a very good
but that means jack shit. Exactly. When you do something with your platform that makes it difficult for law enforcement, who are the people who are actually trained and charged with the responsibility of finding Summer, when you muddy the waters for them. So great, you donated money, but donated money to what?
I don't even know what he donated to, though, Blair.
Right. Donated money to what? Because what happened now is you fucked up, made things harder for people to actually find the girl.
Absolutely. And let me tell you this, Ryan. You got to know a little something about the reward system of money, or of the system of reward money, rather. Rewards are notoriously unproductive, right? There's so many cases where there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of reward and they do nothing. But I will tell you what they can do. They can, in fact, for the wrong person who has the information, Ryan, what we're doing is we're allowing these offenders to watch the reward raise. Every time there's a substantial raise in the reward, or they see that there's going to be a fundraiser or whatever, what is the motivational factor for an offender to come forward with information that he knows he could just wait on and there's going to be more money? The idea, it doesn't matter if it's 100,000 or 10,000. That's right. The ideal of it. So, Mr. Upchurch, when you cap a reward, what the ideology is okay, in Dallas, Texas, for pretty much any crime, you can call in, and if you got the information to get a conviction, it's $3,500. Mm-hmm. What a cap does is it suggests to whoever has the information, we mean business. We're not negotiating. If you have the information, come forward with it, because this is all the money is ever going to be.
Yeah.
It's the good guy system. Let me tell you what, Ryan, you keep fucking around with the reward, and what's going to happen is you're not going to like what the person that comes forward with the information at this time. I mean, in the beginning, why didn't you bring the information? We're paying more and more and more for this information. And a lot of times what these rewards end up being are political stunts, right? For people to get clout. Oh, I donated to it. Well, absolutely awesome. But you don't understand. In some instances, Ryan, if you've got a friend with an addiction and they come around, you do more justice by not giving the money. This situation is the same thing. That reward doesn't need more money. Is more money going to bring forward the nastiest East Tennessee meth head you ever saw? This reward money at this point, for somebody that has this information, this reward money means about 10 years worth of meth money and a lifetime supply of meth pipes.
Right.
Maybe a couple of new above ground swimming pools and a diesel Cummins.
Right. The only people that we should be fully supporting right now are the different law enforcement agencies.
Now that Upchurch has completely ruined the jury pool in the state of Tennessee, there's no way they can get an unbiased trial of jurors because of Upchurch's video. He completely ruined it. You put all that on him.
This dude has officially made the Summer Wells case a fucking circus. Made it a fucking sideshow. How is anything that this dude, I don't give a fuck how much fucking money this guy has donated towards what? The reward? Making a billboard? Cool. Great. I'm glad he did that. Awesome. But what everybody seems to fail to realize is that this guy also, by spreading fucking information, what this guy has done is exactly what law enforcement has asked everybody to not do. Why does he get a pass, but you guys want to fucking lynch Bullhorn Betty? Why does he get a pass and you guys want to destroy Molly Golightly? What's the difference?
Okay, so I want to answer that, and this is my opinion and how I look at it. And I do not look at Ryan Upchurch the same as I do Molly Golightly, JLR, Betty Bullhorn, because Ryan Upchurch is not up on his channel claiming to be a true crime channel. He's not claiming to be any kind of expert. This isn't something he does on a regular basis, but he's just a musician trying to use his platform to do good by getting the word out for Summer Wells. That to me is the difference between the two.
Period.
With you over it all night. I'm just saying that everybody in this world is entitled to their opinion. I don't think what he did was irresponsible. Sure. I think in his mind what he did, he was trying to help. You know what I'm saying?
I think he had the intention of helping. Yes.
You take somebody that has $1 million in their fucking bank account, that drives a Lambo.
Now, it was after this conversation where I realized I speculated whether or not I think he had the best intentions or not. But now I'm to the conclusion where I don't believe that Ryan Upchurch had good intentions at all when it came to Summer Wells. None. Fuck him. I think he's a piece of shit.
He could be talking about anything in this world. It's amazing that he decided to talk about that and that he's into these things. And then when he voices his opinion on it, people shit on him. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have somebody like him in the community. You know, he's an important person that has a big reach.
What community is he talking about?
I believe that his intentions were good, for sure. But there are bad things that can happen from his actions. And that's what I'm saying. Because those bad things have been happening.
And for the record,
yeah, it's not theory, dude. Okay. It's not theory, okay? Those bad things have been happening.
And we're going to put all that blame on Upchurch?
But the gloves are off because, and it's not even against this dude, you know? Like, I've already said what I had to about this guy. I've already said everything I want to say about this dude, for the most part anyway, regarding this the Summer Wells case. And it really, really annoys me. What I'm bothered about is how people on a mass level think that just because they like someone's music and choose the fact that they like someone's music over common sense or over their own, most importantly, over their own ideals.
It has nothing to do with liking his music. It has everything to do with following this man through his career and getting to know him and to see how humble he is, who he is as a person and his intentions. And I understand because you don't know Ryan and you didn't know those things. But see, we do. And we are trying to tell you that although he might not have gotten it right, all the way right, however, his intentions were good. And this bash sesh that you keep doing is ridiculous.
It's disappointing. This dude is a racist piece of shit.
And I'm going to talk about the racist stuff and all that here in a minute. But I posted something I thought it was funny. Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. He hides behind rap music to be able to play a card to where he gets to use the N-word. And that shit's not okay with me. And I wasn't even going to talk about that stuff.
And you probably shouldn't have, because it made you look like a fool.
I wasn't even going to talk about that stuff. But I noticed that people are making this Glairer versus Upchurch thing. Okay. I mean, if that's how you want to make it, then we'll make it that way. But personally, everything that I've said regarding this person, I stand by. Every fucking word. I stand by it. But because this dude writes songs and plays music that you seem to like, all of a sudden, it makes it okay for him to do the exact same shit that JLR does, that Bullhorn Betty does, that Molly Golightly does. All of a sudden, he gets a card. He gets a pass with you people. And this is the thing. This is something that I've said since I started this channel. And Attack Warrior did bring the facts. Yes. This is something that I've said since I started this channel. Okay? I don't want subscribers like you. Anybody who supports that shit,
I don't want subscribers like you. Unsubscribe right now and fuck all the way off to the summit. And take your fucking racist mom with you. Fuck you.
Wow.
All of you. Every single one of you.
Somebody's a little upset. Again, there are so many allegations that you are making against Ryan. You are doing the same exact thing that you are accusing him of doing with this case. These streams, these 4-hour streams, the 2-hour stream, the 1.5-hour stream was pure allegations on somebody that you know nothing about. You're doing this literally the same exact thing.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you for being up here, and I want to thank you for being so open and I really enjoyed this conversation, actually.
Thank you.
We got to have it. Yeah, you're welcome up here anytime. You're welcome in my chat anytime. And, my mods may have to work a little extra hard, but, it's worth it. So, anyways, I just want to give you a lot of prayers and wish you good luck. And like I said, you're welcome here anytime.
Well, pray everybody else too.
All right. Thank you, Candace.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. It's going to be a fun stream, but I gotta be completely honest with you. I'm not going to be having Candace or Don on this panel anymore. It's not because I believe them to be guilty of anything or anything like that. It is simply not the case. I feel as though they said what they needed to say. I got to say what I wanted to say to each of them. But I no longer will be contributing to the social media crap that's going on with them as far as that goes. I do not want to interfere with law enforcement's investigation in any way, shape, or form. I don't even want to do it inadvertently. I want Summer found. That's all I care about. I want Summer found. I want Summer safe, hopefully. At the very least, I want answers. And law enforcement right now, for whatever reason that Sheriff Ronnie Lawson decided to say, and I believe he lied, because I don't believe Candace has a lawyer, because Candace keeps doing live streams. Candace is going on live streams. She has a channel now and she's doing live streams and she's just sitting there looking at chat. And one thing that I can continue to hear her say is, I'm not discussing the case. This is not what this channel is for. And I understand that, but I'm not interested in her or Don in any way, shape, or form other than what it pertains to finding their daughter. That's the only reason we talk about them. I'm not interested in being friends with them. I'm not interested in proving their innocence in any way, shape, or form necessarily, because I don't know whether they're guilty or innocent of anything. That's law enforcement's job to figure that out. That's law enforcement's job. Okay. And so, no, I'm not trying to buddy up with anybody just because of, I might be able to get answers. It's not my job to get answers. It's my job to give you guys my opinions on the answers that emerge, but it's not my job to get them. So, and that's just how that is. And that's how that's going to be. And that's how it always has been. And it's how it always will be. I'm not an investigative journalist. I don't claim to be an investigative journalist. I am just somebody who sees what's going on and has opinions on it. And I speak up on those things. And that's it. That's it. So for whatever reason that Sheriff Ronnie Lawson went on television and said that Candace lawyered up and Don lawyered up, well, I'm not seeing the behavior of somebody who is lawyered up. You see what I'm saying? Because no lawyer would approve of Candace creating a YouTube channel and gaining popularity and wanting to be social with people based on the fact that her daughter is missing. It's fucking weird, if I'm being completely fucking honest. I don't like it. It bothers me. So right now, where I'm at is, for whatever reason that law enforcement decided to go on television and say that, there has to be some reason behind it. I don't know what that reason is. I don't know why he would lie about that, but he did. I'm quite certain he did, because I don't think Candace is lying about having a lawyer, because no lawyer would tell her to start a YouTube channel and be talking on it and try to be all social based on the fact that her daughter's missing. No lawyer would recommend that. And if she's paying for a lawyer, I promise you she's doing what her lawyer tells her to do. And they don't have the money for a lawyer. Now, I mean, if she's criminally charged, she has the right to an attorney, appointed by the state or the county or whatever, if she's charged for something, but she hasn't been charged with anything. So if she's got a lawyer, she's paying for that lawyer. And I don't think she's paying for a lawyer. I just don't think that that's what's going on right now. So it's fucking weird. And I don't know if that's why Benny said, fuck that bitch. I don't know why he said that. That has nothing to do with me. That's not what we're talking.
Benny said, fuck that bitch, because it was upsetting that Candace got her own page instead of everybody else making money off of her. She decided to get her own YouTube page. Do I think it's right? No, I think it's disgusting and it's weird. It's weird behavior. But that glare right there, that is the glare I liked and respected. But there is a lot of assumptions right there with what you're saying, whether or not she lawyered up. You are guessing.
That's the thing. It's a lot of us in here that have done a bunch of real work to get to a point where, I think that there's people clearly that think we're qualified to be doing any parts of these things, So I just have a problem with, the people that jump in with the contradictory and the hypocriticism. Like,
I'm not qualified to do shit. That's my point. Like,
I am qualified to do something. You know what it is? I've been qualified by the parents of Summer Wells and the people that surround them. And they say that I'm qualified to reinstall hope.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's all I'm qualified for. And that's all right.
So you can tell there whose head is completely gassed up. And I completely agree in due process. Completely. The whole disclaimer, these are my opinions. I agreed. That should have been put out there. 100% I agreed. I had to literally go back and see Ryan's video again because the way they made it sound is like he did the most awful thing you could possibly think of. Like, I had to go back, like, did I miss something? Did he do something worse than it wasn't as bad as they are making it sound. And I have a lot more other clips, but this video would be so long. So let's go ahead and get over to the racism and all those accusations. And I also want to add before I forget, I keep forgetting, Blair himself does not do his own research. His mods do the research for him. So let's keep that in mind too.
Their nationality or anything of that nature, then I'm going to speak against that.
You know what? This fool just is missing like 3 things.
That's wrong.
He's missing 3 things in his life: a tractor, some cotton seed, and like 30 or 40 black folks that he thinks he can still oppress to fucking start making him some Ryan Upchurch apparel, not cotton free.
If he wasn't such an entitled bitch, I'd say he probably has a tractor. But that would mean work. That would mean that he actually likes to do work, and I don't get that sense from him at all.
How did you get that? How did you come up with that? That assumption it's crazy to me how you came up with that. Please. I mean.
Yep. That's it. This lady says it offends her boys. Once it offends someone, then it becomes racist.
That's not how that works either.
I mean, it does. And like I said, I mean, each individual has a right to decide what, now.
Neon, they don't promote the flag.
And Candace says that she's never.
You can wear it and support the ideology.
Candace says that she's never been racist in her life, and I believe her. But
this guy is proud of the shit. He's doing this.
Right.
He is promoting a hate symbol.
Right. Candace isn't tattooing things that.
Okay, right now they are talking about the Confederate flag, the rebel flag, and I completely understand to a lot of people that it can seem racist. That's a racist symbol. But to Southerners, that is Southern pride. It means you're a country folk. It means you're a hillbilly. It means you are proud to be country. And that is what it means to Ryan and others. To turn that around, I'm going to play videos and let it explain itself. But putting that out there, I cannot stand when people try to divide us even more than what we already are. To hear these two, it's astonishing.
Apply white pride on her body. She wore a hat with a rebel flag on it, maybe just not putting any consideration into it, but now that we're talking about this, maybe Candace understands a little bit better and is a little more sensitive to the situation.
Absolutely.
Which I hope so.
Me too. I love.
But a guy who tattoos that shit on their body, you're not changing their mind.
It's there forever.
Right. You're not changing Upchurch's mind on his ideologies.
You might as well go back to the tattooer, Ryan, Downchurch, and then what you should do is you should tell him to take this flag and then take this word over here and put it right in the middle of it.
Well, Candace, I'm not trying to attack you or nothing, but the way those colors go together represent really fucked up shit, So I hope that you would, take that into consideration looking forward.
Moving forward. So I don't know, bro. It's a whole thing, and and unfortunately, what we're doing right now, lies. There you go. That's it. I met the folks I idolize, and so far there's some white ass lies.
Wow.
Whoa.
Like basically calling out country singers who act country, but they're not really racist. Because if you're a real country artist, then you're a racist. Right. And that's what he's calling out. I love it. This guy's fucking great.
Wow.
This guy's really fucking a sweetheart, dude.
I got a big gun rack in buyback glass and a big gun that holds.
Okay, so since these two must not know what white lie means, it's a fib. It's something that's not true. It has nothing to do with race. What are you talking about right now? Jesus, that's the will.
And I'm saying that I'm saying he's a racist. I don't care.
He is a racist if he does it like that. I mean, does he low key have a bunch of, KKK fellow rebel flag waving people and they're paying? They're like, yeah, go get that dumbass Boosie badass. Let's go put that one on a song and make fun of his ass.
Yeah.
What it looks like to the rest of us, bro.
I know what it stands for and symbolizes for me. I have it tattooed on me big as shit. I mean, that's fine if you want it to mean that for you, but it doesn't mean it has to mean that for me. Rebellion against the system? Yes. Slavery? No. Well, I mean, if we had actual conversation and you were a level-headed guy as well, I'm sure we'd get along. But if you're one of those people who's like, hey, here's my assumption of you. I don't like this. Change it. I'm gonna go, no. Look, I know I am honky white. I'm proud of that. But it's not my fault for slavery. I'm 30 years old. The thought of owning humans is just weird. And I'm not responsible for any weirdness anyone done a gajabillion years ago. And it's very evident that the internet and this symbol clash together with people promoting what they want, big companies, has brainwashed people into thinking that. Brainwashed them so much. Brainwashed people to the point where they're like, hey, white equals Trump. Trump equals white. Like there's not black people that voted for him. I mean, now listen, I do not go bash this guy. Okay? He's probably from somewhere where he doesn't understand this. This is why I'm doing this video. It's not to be like, hey, let's go attack this guy. No, it's for better understanding is what it's for. But even in the beginning of this video, you said, well, y'all might not understand because y'all ain't from where I'm from, yada, yada, yada. Same over here. It's no different for us, man. There's people that live here where I live, and I have friends that are the same color as you. And they have rebel flag belt buckles, rebel flag stickers, rebel flag jackets. As soon as you seen the symbolism, you stopped and you were like, well, I don't like this song anymore. Which is cool, totally your opinion. But as soon as you seen the symbolism and got worked up, you also said, what'd that say? Keep it alive? No, it didn't say keep it alive. And I'm not saying that to bash you. I'm just saying, look where your brain automatically went. Everything bad about him. He said keep it alive. Everything bad about him. Song bad now. Don't like song now. That's what's keeping people divided. False assumptions, lack of communication. That's it.
I gotta wrap this up. The moral of this story is they have been no better than JLR, Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty. Everything they set up there and accuse other people of doing, they are doing the exact same thing to others. And I know there is so many followers who believe in them. They had me fooled too. I believed in their fight. I thought they were fighting the good fight, thinking they're fighting against the bad. They're doing good. They're standing up for justice for Summer. But what I think you're going to get at the end of the road is just like in the movie Wizard of Oz. When that curtain is pulled, you're truly going to see who the wizard is. And it's a fraud, a fake, and a phony. I hope we can humble ourselves and get back to the beginning of what we really came here to do. And that is to put the word out and get the justice for this little girl. Somehow it's gotten taken for views, money, wanting to be the narcissism and the ego-ness is astonishing. And you have gone so far from your message that it's sad to see. Now that's disappointing. All right, guys, I'm getting out. Like this video, dislike this video, that helps too. Hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. Hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys really soon. And as always, take care. Bye, guys.